All right. The objective of this is for you to be able to generate physical properties, chemical changes, and physical changes. And I brought us out to the Blackwater River because nature is full of this stuff. Nature is constantly in a state of flux and constantly rebuilding and building itself. And a river is doing the same thing, really. So, physical properties. Physical properties are things that a substance has that don't change its identity. So if you look at the river, one of its physical properties is its ability to dissolve things. If I were to look at this river, the water, examine it, I'd find that it's not pure water, it's got a bunch of things dissolved in it. Sometimes the brown quality of the water is because it's dissolving a tannic acid. It's a mild acid due to leaves. There's probably some salt in the river. There's probably some, other things dissolved in it. Physical properties are also properties things that you can see with your senses. Like you can see my dog is black. She's got a little brown in her as well. Physical properties are things like state of matter. The river is solid. The river is liquid. The air is a gas. The wood is solid. Now, physical change are changes that don't affect identity. When the water dissolves things, it's still water in what's being dissolved. It's still H2O after it dissolves the thing. It's just with something else in it. One cool thing I find about rivers, what they do this summer, where is it? I've picked up tons of glass out of the river. You can see that all right. And now the reason it's physical change is this is still glass, and I can see I'm rubbing my finger against the edge of the glass. What happens is that the river kind of carries these pieces of glass all over the place and really grinds them in and softens all the edges. Those are physical changes because I still have glass here, and the river actually has, like in this stuff here, there's probably very, very small, fine particles of glass. And glass is actually sand. It's a silicon compound. These are physical changes because I still have glass here and here, and so the formula isn't changing before and after. Now, there are other things. There are chemical properties and chemical changes. And a chemical property is when the quintessential compound, I just pulled this out of the river, the quintessential example is burning something. When something burns, it doesn't stay, its formula changes from before and after. So something's ability to burn is a chemical property, because a chemical property is something's ability to change identity. Wood can burn, all right? Now, if I took this log over here, right there, this one, all right, if I dried it out, eventually I could burn it. I could turn it into carbon dioxide and water in a forest fire. And I'm not going to start a forest fire for the sake of your learning. However, I think you know what I mean. When something burns, it changes what it is. When it's burning, it's a chemical change. Now, there are also tons of changes all around us, here around you, in nature. For example, all these leaves, all right, there's a green one. If I came back in a couple weeks, it wouldn't be green. It would have broken down into something like this. All right? That's a chemical change because it's changing its the formula of it. Now, chemical changes, if you look, that leaf there, it's a different color from the other leaves. All right, let's pretend this is the same leaf like 2 weeks later. Even though it's changing physically, you would call it a chemical change because the formulas within the leaf are changing around. The chemicals are breaking down, they're decomposing, and therefore it's called a chemical change. All right, here I think I saw a piece. Where is it? Should have just went and gotten it. There's another piece of glass. You can see like some sort of milk jug. It being broken down is a physical change. All right, a physical property of this glass is it's clear, it's transparent. All right. Chemical properties of glass are things like it doesn't react with acid. Or most acids, and a chemical change is when I would take the glass and turn it into something else, like sand or a different compound.